Hello everyone, welcome to the great CFBR show. I'm Sanskriti Pandey.
And I'm Muskan Agrawal. And to start with an introduction, she is Sanskriti with more than 40,000 followers on LinkedIn. She is a CA finalist and hopefully to be a CA soon. And she is also an SRCC graduate and she is currently pursuing an articleship from Grant Thornton. And also, she has also been a part of League Cap LinkedIn Accelerated program of LinkedIn.
Thank you, Muskan. That was a delightful introduction. And to talk about her, she's also a CA finalist. She works at EY as a first year intern, and she has also worked at GT. And if you're a CA student and if you attend conferences, I believe you'll find her at every single one of those. She has over 30K followers on LinkedIn too. And guess what we are doing today then? Of course, we're going to talk about LinkedIn. So are you excited, Muskan? I am.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sanskriti, for a wonderful introduction. So, to start with, I have been known you since the past 6 to 8 months. So, I have a very basic question from you. Being an SRCC graduate, from being the topmost regular college of commerce, how do you manage the college activities, your CA intern, and along with your articleship, you manage your LinkedIn creation also?
Yeah. So basically, you're asking about my time management skills and stuff. Well, I believe when you're at a college like SRCC, every other student is doing CA. So that happens with the flow. But if I talk about my articleship and this content creation on LinkedIn, first of all, it was very unintended. It was unplanned. I never intended to become a content creator. But it happened eventually. And people say, no, best things happen unexpectedly. That's some sort of
Right.
thing with me. So, see, yeah, of course, if you are working as an article intern at a big firm, you got to find time. So, I believe my one habit of waking up early came in very handy because there were many days that I have written posts at 7 a.m. and just stored on my laptop and posted them later. But of course, that's how you have to manage. You have to make time for things you love. So, I believe that sort of helps. Otherwise, yeah, there were many pushbacks to that. Okay, fine, you are doing articleship, you're doing CA, yet you are really active on LinkedIn. That's also what I've heard many times. But now, अब नहीं, अब ऐसा कुछ नहीं सुनती मैं because हो जाता है, you get accomplished and you get some titles. So then it's cool. But yeah, it's pretty risky and it needs time. It's all about time management. Okay,
Great,
so
great.
I have a question for you. Okay, first of
Yeah.
all, tell me, you are very active on LinkedIn and you recently shifted from GT to EY, right?
Yeah.
So did LinkedIn had any role to play in that arena?
Actually, if I would say the not any role, but the whole 100% role was of LinkedIn only. To be very honest, not only GT, EY, but in every Big Four firm, in whichever Big Four firm or top 20 firm, I got an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
for interview. It was through LinkedIn only because first of all, I was not from a regular college. I wasn't a ranker, and also my CA intermediate I had cleared in second attempt, so I was not the first attempt candidate. And then again, reference to Tiny. So the only tool which I use and which I had was LinkedIn. And hopefully, and I was blessed enough that I got an opportunity from LinkedIn to get into both GT and then from there to EY. So yes, the whole my whole credit goes to LinkedIn only. And
So
apart from that, I built so many good connections while I built a good network while reaching out to the people of Big Fours and any good firm. I got to know
Mhm.
so many things from LinkedIn only. Yeah, so it
So
is.
yes, I agree. LinkedIn plays a very cool role in networking, and that's how you got. Even I have another friend who got into GT thanks to LinkedIn. So, yes,
Yeah.
agreed. So, it's very cool to know that LinkedIn is playing its conventional role of job recruitments and stuff too.
So,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So, I would like to know something about this Creators Accelerator program. Like, you was the part of, I think, among 200 creators all over the India. You was one among them. So, what's basically their criteria? Like, what are the parameters the LinkedIn have in order to become part of such programs?
hmm. Okay, so I'll start by informing people that actually there are two programs. So one is LinkedIn Creators Program. That's like an internal program. It doesn't have a time duration something. And another was a LinkedIn Creator Accelerator Program, which was a 10 weeks program. So I was fortunate enough to be first part of LeCap and then this LinkedIn Creators Program. So honestly, I really don't know. We really never know what is exactly the criteria. But I remember when I applied for LeCap, I had filled this long application. There were pretty cool questions in the form of essays that we had to answer, like what's the target audience, what do we plan on doing, and then we even sent a video message, on audition tape and stuff like that because LinkedIn already told us that they're planning to boost video content on LinkedIn. So I believe that application was not the only thing that we were gauged on, we were judged on. But honestly, you never know. So I'll tell you, when I got into this LinkedIn Creators Program, I got to know that a few creators on LinkedIn, their names have been divided amongst the content managers on LinkedIn. And to gauge them, to judge them, to see their work is actually their job. So a few names have been divided, and such content managers are actually gauging us every single second, every post we do, every engagement we do. And they have many more tools that we don't know, they're not aware of. And then they select people that, okay, fine, they're creating value. Let's get them on board. So I believe we really don't know, but yeah, we'll have to ask Tanya Dubey for that content managers, basically.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So,
But
like one more thing, like just like Lecap, do you know some other also creators program which can be good for the LinkedIn creators?
well, they are only two. So for LeakApp, you had to apply, but the LinkedIn creators they approach you themselves. As I said, our names are already on their list. They're divided,
Okay.
and people,
Hmm.
the content managers, decide whom to get on board. Okay,
Great,
I
great.
believe like you are pretty active on LinkedIn too. And
Yeah.
honestly, don't call me a serial stalker or something, but I have some data on you. Huh? I know that you have gained like 8K followers uh, in close to 100 days, I believe. Like you jumped from 7K to 15K to 23K. Now you're at 32K. What are you doing? That growth is insane. What's the secret? What are you having for breakfast? Content team?
So, so
Well,
yeah. So first of all, this is a very good analysis. Like I didn't knew that someone apart from me knows this. Yeah. So I will. I can say so many things, but all I can say the one thing which make me different, which gives me a brand name, my own personal brand, that is Muskan Agrawal, which was my originality. Like there are many LinkedIn content creators, like one of you, like you are one of my favorite creators on LinkedIn,
oh,
and yeah. So one thing which differentiate me from others is my own originality. That is how I am as a person in my real life. Also, I am the similar kind of person on LinkedIn, but in a more professional way. So I never copied anyone. I observe people how they are doing, but I just maintain my own originality, and I posted whatever I like. Like it was not like I was posting my content was around any single topic. I used to post something about CA articleship, then another day I used to post something about related to my real life experience. Then again with something else which I learned, or let's suppose if even if I had a visit to some CA conference, I used to post about that also. And when I joined GT and both EY, many people approached me about this articleship thing only. So from there also, I got a very good base. People know that if we want to ask that what are the routes and how to approach a good firm without a reference, I was one among them. And yeah, so to be consistent on LinkedIn, like what can make you differentiate is your own originality and your consistency and just being active on LinkedIn and a will to provide value to others. It's not that from LinkedIn you just like that. I get job from LinkedIn in both GT and EY. I got articleship from LinkedIn, but at the same time, I also tell everything which I knew which I had experience in interviews. I posted on LinkedIn about my interview experience, about what are the questions being asked in all the Big Four interviews, and also what are the process to approach good firms. So it's always give and take. You provide value to LinkedIn. LinkedIn provide you love. Like LinkedIn people really love your content. Then it's the best platform for professionals. So yeah, originality is the first thing. Second thing is being consistent and a will to provide values to others.
Well, honestly, Muskan, I'm beginning to believe that we are alike in so many more ways. I vouch for every single word you just said. I mean, authenticity, originality, that's what makes you your name.
Yeah,
Whatever you're doing on LinkedIn, that's what makes you you. So I agree completely. And plus, even that is my motto. The real reason I came on LinkedIn was to help my fellow CA students. That was the earlier main purpose that why I joined LinkedIn. Even I started posting about interviews. Even I posted today. So agree that that urge to help, I believe, is common for us, and that's why people actually appreciate our posts. So agree,
yeah, right.
absolutely.
Because see, LinkedIn don't want two Sanskriti Pandey, they want one Sanskriti Pandey and one Muskan Agrawal. So that's why maintaining the originality is good. And yeah, you can learn from your fellow creators. Like I follow you since long. I know how, like I observe your post also, but it's just that you can observe, but you can't copy anyone. You have to be yourself. Then only you
Yeah,
can grow on LinkedIn.
right.
Yeah.
People say
So
no,
that's
she's
the
doing
only
only for
secret
3 months.
sauce of
Correct,
growing on LinkedIn. Yeah.
absolutely.
Like I have been a keen observer of your also. Like your most of the posts are related to an emotion or like those looks very real. Like nobody, at least I cannot say by reading them you have faked them or you have intentionally created content. It's just that you like something, you feel something, you write or express over LinkedIn, right?
Absolutely.
So but being LinkedIn has an hashtag professional platform. People have like it is a professional platform.
True,
So people
true.
resist themselves from posting something emotional or something their real life experience on LinkedIn because they think that it is only for jobs and not like they cannot put whatever they feel on LinkedIn. But you have your own originality. You post whatever you like and in a very good manner, and you get all the love and support and a good reach also. So what will you say about this? K being on LinkedIn, is it advisable to post emotions like to show your emotions, or you should be only restricted yourself to a professional platform, only job things?
Well,
How
it
would you
worked
take that?
for me. It worked for me. So, see, I believe if you're a person now, even if you're a professional, it's not like at some point of day you are a professional and not a person, right? It's not mutually exclusive. Even if you're working, even if you have a business, even if you're a doctor, CA, anything, but first you are a person, right? So in order to become
Correct.
a good professional or in order to become good at work, you have to become good as a person first, right? So I believe believing in ethics was something that always drove my content. I mean, what should be, in any scenario, the question what should be answered most of my posts, and that was the like basically that's what I was answering in many different scenarios. So I believe first you have to be a person, a good person first. I try that my content would urge people to think, to introspect. What are you doing? Life is not limited to the office or the workplace, right? You have to come back and ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आप घर पे you'll be all good and butterflies will be around, but हाँ office में जाके you'll just wear a mask or something. हाँ, whatever you are at home is gonna reflect at your workplace in your work. So it's not mutual exclusive. That's why I thought कि और कहाँ प्रोफेशनल्स अगर आपको सीखना है, आपको एक अच्छा प्रोफेशनल बनना है, so कुछ चीजें आउट ऑफ द बुक्स भी होनी चाहिए. So that's
Right.
what I try to keep. Fine. Let's tell people, educate people ethically what I think. And of course, I'm not speaking for people who are elder to me because I don't have that kind of experience. But if I am a 23-year-old girl, at least I can talk about things what people up to 23 years of age should, must, or ought to do, right? So that's what I
Right.
talked about. And I believe it was loved. a lot because honestly, there's no other social platform that where we can talk about
Correct.
these things, right?
Correct.
People go to Instagram for entertainment. People
Yes.
of our age never go to Facebook. कहाँ
Right,
जाएं,
right.
right? So सीखना ही है ना. So why just to restrict ourselves to the professional workplace? Let's develop,
Yeah.
let's grow as a person.
Just
Even my
be
profile
yourself.
video says, correct. Even my
Yeah.
profile video
Just be
says that
yourself.
if
Yeah.
you have to become a better version of yourself, then follow me. So yeah. But you know what? That
Yeah.
actually is urging people to join LinkedIn. So if I ask you, what's your advice to a new who wants to like start writing content on LinkedIn or something? I get this question so much. What's your take on it?
Yeah, so I will say that, like, even if you start not only LinkedIn but anything, first of all, you will have thousands, 2,000 questions in your mind that is it the right platform for me? Like, whether I will be able to perform on this platform, because just since it is a platform which is kind of professional, so maybe I cannot, I am not the right person for this platform. Like, 1 year back, when I created my account, I also have these questions in my mind that I am a very unprofessional person, how I can build my own brand on LinkedIn. But over the period of time, once you start, it happens gradually. So it's
True.
just that you have to believe in yourself and you have to
That's a
have a
beautiful.
that will that you want to create your personal brand. Because see, now the LinkedIn is not only restricted to this getting jobs, it is more about now personal brand. Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. If you have that thing that you want to build your own personal brand, because see, CA तो बहुत सारे हैं, like 3 lakh CA are there, but there are few CAs which we all know. So there is an importance of personal branding these days. So LinkedIn helps you in that also. So just start it and don't think so many questions because things will automatically fall into place on their own. You just have to start. Yeah.
And if I have to add on this, basically, of course, this is what everyone says, but I also tell people, dude, just because everyone is doing, you don't have to. I mean, just like dancing or singing is not everyone's cup of tea, right? Same goes with content creation. It's not everyone's cup of tea. So just because it's kind of a hype right now, you don't have to do it. First, analyze if you're even fit for it. So yes, to analyze if you think you have that content creating wala gene now, it has to come from within. You can't pretend for long. You can't just copy content. You have to generate content on its own. And as we discussed, originality and authenticity is something everyone knows. No one is a fool. Everyone knows लोग क्या कर रहे हैं LinkedIn पे कौन क्या कर रहा है कौन कितना original है. We all have brains. So agreed. So basically, go with it. But yeah, before doing so, just analyze it's a good fit for you. But then, you know what happens is people start doing, and even at our level, people get confused that how is my content performing? Is it worth it? What kind of feedbacks we are getting? Then there comes this question that how my content is performing, how to know that? So, what do you think? Like, how do you get to know that? Yeah, this post worked, or maybe this type of content I should write more. Anything that helps you, in the form of feedback.
So yeah, so when initially I started, I didn't have this thing that I would be doing or I would be coming this far. To be very honest, I started just for finding my articleship, but things happened because they have to happen. So they automatically happened. I reached till here. So asking about feedback, I never, like, I don't ask feedback many times, but yeah, 1 or 2 times I had my feedback from my seniors. Like, one is you, of course. Most of the times.
I could tell a lot.
So yeah, so yeah, for feedback, I think Sanskriti Pandey is the best to give feedback on, like, how I am doing on LinkedIn, and you can have your one of your senior, like it can be anyone from LinkedIn who is doing good on LinkedIn and who are there on that platform previous than you. And
True.
like, I also have this same question from you. Like, I take feedback from you and some of my other seniors also. Like, from whom you take a feedback?
Okay, to be honest, same. There's not one person that I go to, but I believe, see, there's one thing now. When you become a LinkedIn creator, so there is difference. I've even explained you before, right? If you become part of these two programs on LinkedIn, then you're termed as a LinkedIn creator, right? So
Correct.
when you achieve that thing now, so it creates a sense of responsibility that you need to
Responsibility.
produce a good value adding quality content. So it's very
Right.
tricky. Plus, it gets a little competitive if you talk to others. So it's a little risky game there. And I believe competitiveness is like is natural, right? It's inherent to every single field. So it's okay.
Correct.
But what happens is we can't go directly to a person and expect them to be true in their feedback, especially if you're going to a fellow LinkedIn creator. So this is some kind of thing that
Like
not
I said,
everyone says,
yeah.
but take care. So what happens is I'm so glad that LinkedIn came up with these tools, profile views or the number of engagements or the number of impressions. Those analytics tools are amazing. I mean, every other day I check who actually visited my profile. And the quality, the credentials of people who start visiting your profiles, when they start improving now, like from students to you see CEOs and founders on your profile, that shows that, dude, you are doing something great. Then comes engagements. How many people are engaging with your content is okay. But what people are engaging with your content matters. Like sometimes even LinkedIn for creators page likes my posts. So that means something. Means even they are appreciating. Sometimes there's so many people with like hundred thousands of followers. If they like your content, that means it was worth engaging. So these are some of the things, not numbers specifically, because honestly,
They
I'll tell
also
you,
find.
right? I mean, you can't judge your content by the numbers or the number of
Right.
reactions because
Right. Right.
honestly, LinkedIn has its own way. Its algorithm is very scary, and it's so I would just say ki it's I don't know uncertain. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I believe the
And like I
quality
would
of
like to
people
also
actually.
add,
Hmm.
like people also tell us, like without even asking, people also give us feedback. Like my friends give, my juniors give, "Hey, dude, you are doing good on LinkedIn." So that's the most important feedback for any creator, or for me, or for Sanskriti. That when people tell you, okay, we have seen you on LinkedIn, we know you from LinkedIn, that's the biggest feedback for anyone or any creator on any platform.
In
So yeah, this is the thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what made me feel good? So when I walked in my office now, I'll just wrap up this question very quickly. When I walked up the office, you won't believe people were actually staring at me, and I actually stopped to what's happening. And my
Same.
manager, like, he talked to so many people that day, and he was like, "Oh, do you know Sanskriti Pandey? She's sitting like beside me, and dude, do you want to talk?" And I'm like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, that was the level because every time the answer came as yes. So it was pretty cool. And my friends, they'll call me, my colleagues were talking about you. And I felt so proud that I was your friend. So things like that happen. But okay, we don't have much time, but it's like a great thing to be on LinkedIn. And I'm so happy with this community. Uh,
Right.
the community, actually, this platform we are discussing right now due to our community. So how would this happen? You tell me first your take, then I'll tell mine.
Yeah. So basically, community is just a platform, just not for engagement, for being building a network and for connecting with people. Like in this, for me, how community is, like how I am excited about community is, like in our group, I think it's around 100 to 110 people. So basically, what is this k, like your network expand. Now I know people, 10 to 15 people from that group, which I wasn't having contact from them earlier, but just because of this platform from community, I now have a good contact with them also. So it's basically in like networking, good networking, and having quality people in your life as a network and as a connection. And like after then that, you also get to know like how other people, like this feedback thing you get to know from community people also, because those people also like their post, comment on their post, and they give you a proper feedback, okay, where you are going good and how you can improve it better. So yeah, for me it's more about getting to know more people and to expanding my network with more quality people and not quantity.
True, and that's
Because yeah,
pretty
see,
cool. Hmm.
on LinkedIn I am having 32,000 followers, but now how will I sort out that, like I have 2 to 3 quality people or 2 to 3 seniors, but I through this community platform now I am having a more brand oriented people in that group to whom I can approach even if I want to search for another profile. If I want to go investment banking, I have people from that profile. From management consultancy, I have people from that group. There are MBAs, IITs, CAs, and from other backgrounds also. So we have this quality oriented people. So now the same question for you: how community has helped you as an how it excites you about being a part of community?
Okay. Well, I agree with your answer, like absolutely, but mine is a little different. For me, see, I was already a part of many groups, so being part of official programs introduces to many people. So yeah, in that groups, I have okay, a stand-up comedian, authors, the CSAFAs people, engineers, but they
Right,
it's a diverse background of people with diverse basically it's a group of people with diverse background. But when I talk about community, well, I was glad to actually find a group wherein people from my profession, kind of finance world, they are like majorly people from the finance world. So I was happy to be a part of such group too, wherein okay, fine, I can actually talk about something else than content creation and other technical
right,
jargon of other fields.
right.
Right. Also, as I said earlier, so you can't really go to LinkedIn creators that much, right? But I'm so happy that in our community group, people are really like eager to learn and they give honest feedback. I mean, maybe it's because I don't know, they just find us reliable, or I have really don't no idea basically. But I still
So there is
I
a
can rely
personal
on
touch,
experience
like
of right community people more.
yeah, because
Right.
there is a personal touch in those tech community as compared whenever you're chatting with someone on LinkedIn, as compared to if you're chatting with someone on your personal chat, then there is a difference between both.
Yeah, but like it's not necessary. I'm not talking about everyone. So I have great friends from even LinkedIn creators program and stuff, like amazing, who are also part of our community. So you
Yeah,
can have different types of people everywhere, but still sometimes now on those groups, some people are very, very accomplished, and I'm just a beginner.
hmm,
So sometimes I just feel hesitant to even talk to them. But yeah, whatever. I just think that community people are like my people. So
right.
that's it.
So
So,
you
but
feel comfortable with them,
absolutely. So
right?
this was really great talking to you, Muskan. I guess we have to wrap up now, but it was so fun. And LinkedIn is a topic that we can go on and on for hours, but everyone has other work to do. There's a life beyond LinkedIn
Agree.
too. But yeah, anything you wanna add?
It was it was very great chat with you, very great session with you. So yeah,
Right. So let's catch up again soon. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.